How you guys doing? Hope you're going about Sunday today. Oh, first, if you're really cute, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Oh, yeah, there you go. And push the bell for notifications so you can get to scoop my newest upcoming videos. Alright, so we have some huge news. I'm pretty sure all of you already know by now. Spider-Man 4 is actually coming out with Tobey Maguire. A Tobey Maguire film. A Sam film. Okay, this is just so amazing and epic. Awesome. So, this article came out, I believe, probably like almost a week ago. I don't know how this did not come to my attention sooner, but the past, I say 10 to 13 years, there's been small Easter egg little hints of if there's going to be a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. Excuse me, will there be one? Yes, there were. So all these little small little hints, these Easter eggs were growing upon the past years into ideas, into a storyline, into script writing. Yes, there's going to be a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. Now, okay, at the ending of Morpheus movie, if you guys stick around for it, you see Vulture. Him and Vulture make a deal saying that let's take out Spider-Man together. Now, Michael Keaton plays a role as Vulture, and since Michael Keaton's Batman died in DCU, Michael Keaton said, I'm done with the DCU, like, I'll go over to Marvel. I'll go over with the MCU. So yeah, that's what he's doing instead. Now, all of these characters you see that is from the Spider-Verse, most likely, I believe it's Sony that actually owns it. Like, Sony doesn't own, like, Doctor Who or anything like that. All I'm just saying that is that with Venom, they did a horrible job in Spider-Man 3 with Venom, I gotta say that. It's like, with the voice and stuff. But in the new Venom, with Tom Hardy plays his role as Venom very, very good and awesome, pretty epic. And the symbiotes and Eddie Brock, basically their chemistry is actually refined and unique. That's what I love about it too and stuff. He's not a villain, he's like an anti-hero, I would say. Yeah. There's still no confirmation, no news about Venom 3, I can tell you that right there. It's like a mystery and I have no idea what's actually going to happen at the moment, but let's just say that inside the trailer we do hear Osborn. He says this: look, you cured me, now it's time for me to cure you. Which means he may have a Medicure. Well, I mean Medicure, he may have a cure that will cure Peter Parker's powers. Like, he won't be Spider-Man anymore. Or it could be a weapon that he's going to kill Spider-Man with. But the thing is that they make a Spider-Man 4. I'm not sure if his friend Harry is going to return, because obviously Harry died in Spider-Man 3, which was a bummer. We had some news about Sandman. He'll be returning, most likely, reprising the role. He was in No Way Home, which was pretty epic, but he's going to be making a comeback in number 4. They may say he will be making a comeback, or then again, he may not. Maybe he'll do like a small cameo appearance, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he'll be one of the main protagonists. But in an interview with comicbook.com, Sandman actor Thomas Hayden Church expressed interest to reprise his role as the Spider-Man villain in a potential Spider-Man 4, led by Tobey Maguire and Sam in the director's chair. So Tobey and Sam, they're gonna be directing both of them Spider-Man 4 at the same time, both of them. Church admitted he heard rumors about Sam will reunite with Maguire for a 4th movie. Nothing that would probably campaign to appear in a cameo if that happens. And in his words, Church said, there's always been some kind of, I've heard rumors that Sam was going to do another Spider-Man movie with Tobey, and if that happens, I will probably campaign to maybe at least do a cameo. Yeah, that sure does make sense a little bit. But as we dive into April 2022, Sam and Tobey Dingo that he wants to work with Maguire again for either another Spider-Man film or another project that's outside of Marvel. Outside of Marvel, very interesting. Because the thing is that Sony only owns a certain amount of Marvel characters. Marvel doesn't own all characters. Sony officially does own Spider-Man and Venom. I could tell you that. I'm not sure. Do they own Morpheus and Vulture? I'm not sure about that. I know Vulture. Vulture is going to be played by Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's Batman died in the DCU, so Michael Keaton was like, you know what, fuck it, since my character is already dead, there's no point in bringing me back to life, so just invite me to Marvel. So yeah, he's gonna be playing Vulture. If you guys don't know who Vulture is, Peter Parker's father. Yep. No joke about that. Now as we read on, in Sean O'Connell's new Spider-Man-centric book, with great power, it was revealed that if Sam wants to go out on a high note, if he decides to return and direct another Spider-Man movie, well, in his words, he says, if Sam was going to do a last Spider-Man movie, which it will happen, he wants to go out on a high note. He wants to do his way, no compromise. No last minute, change this, change that. That was the studio's pitch to bring him back. And unfortunately, I just don't think it worked out that way. Now, in the present, 2023, Church revealed that there are talks about the possibilities about Sandman coming back in the future in Marvel projects. Not just in No Way Home. No Way Home, he did make a serious comeback. But in Spider-Man 4, who knows, anything could happen. And I find this really interesting. John and I had Amy, Pascal, the lead producer, and Kevin. We all had lots of conversations, and I would say conversations have been had about the possibility of Sandman coming to a future iteration of it. The conversation has happened about him coming back and maybe picking up a more fulfilling story with Flint. And being not just Sandman, that's good if we get to portray a different role as Flint, but returning to human form, as a human, like with his family and stuff. That would be more fitting, better story and stuff. Having him with his powers in that bad context story, basically, that's what I could say. Because there's a story of that. Now, I also want to read this real quick. Right here. In fact, Sam Spider-Man's producer Grant Curtis expresses hope of seeing fourth installment. There are stories within those movies that did not get told. I hope someday, as any Spider-Man fan would tell you, that all those stories come out and that narrative continues. Now, I also want to bring it to light that Kevin Feige, he's one of the creators of Daredevil's Born Again shows. Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and The Punisher. I was shocked. I can't believe that he was one of the main, one of the main DPs of Sony. I did not know he worked with Sony. It's surprising. I can't wait till The Punisher Season 3 comes out. It's going to be totally epic, raw, and awesome. I can tell you that for a fact the matter is. But yeah, Tom Hardy is like keeping his mouth shut about Venom 3. Who knows, maybe Venom will make an appearance inside Spider-Man 4. But we already had a Venom, Eddie Brock. But that Eddie Brock, that Venom was terrible, especially with the voice. I think Sony did it right this time with Tom Hardy. Like their chemistry with the symbiotes and Eddie Brock, their chemistry was actually pretty interesting. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and it had a little twist onto it too as well. I guess you could say that. But there's two questions. Okay, Are we going to see Harry Osborn again? Because we know Harry actually died. Are we going to see him again? We know his father is still alive. Are we going to see his son? If we do see his son, Harry, will Harry still be, sorry, I guess it, Little Goblin Jr.? Will he be Goblin Jr. or will he like not remember anything who he was before like he died, basically, before he became Goblin Jr.? I guess you could say that. Second question is, are we going to get a Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield? That's a question all of us has been begging to answer. Spider-Man 4 is now in the works right now as we see, 2024. Are we going to get Amazing Spider-Man 3? Who knows? I'm going to have to do more research on this. I'm glad I found this article, and I'm glad that they posted out more movie trailers, little teasers for this. But yeah, as years go on, little small hints, little small Easter eggs begin to grow into ideas, into plots, scripts, and eventually movies. That's life. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys new, subscribe to the channel. Always see me, as of course. I'll see you all in the next one. Shh.